everybody. Yeah, it's dark and kind of weird lighting out here. I just came back from taking the dogs for a walk. And here, maybe them. That's Jack. And this is Gracie. Oh, Gracie. Hi, Gracie. We came back from our wait. We went out late tonight because I forgot to do the Goforth MB today. And then I was recording worship. And it's just been kind of one of those days. So anyway, we were out walking, and now this is our backyard, and isn't that lovely traffic noise that you can hear going by? Sorry about that too, but we've had our drinks and our ice, and I was thinking about what to say for the Goforth and Beef while we were on our walk. Where we walk is a great walking path around some baseball fields and some playgrounds, but it's well lit. When we first moved here, it wasn't, but they've improved that quite a bit. So it's a great place and even safe at nighttime. And there were a lot of grasshoppers on the walking trail, and I was thinking about how funny grasshoppers are. You probably have noticed this about them, that when you come up on them or you walk up to them, they frequently will turn and jump into you, even if they have to turn their whole little bodies around. And I don't know why they do that rather than jump away. Maybe it's some kind of defense mechanism, that if they jump into their prey, it surprises the prey and catches them off guard, because that's surely not what you're expecting something to do, is come at you if you're coming at them. And it made me think about horses too, and what I know about horses to be true. If a horse is going to kick you with its hind legs, the thing that you need to do is to move into the kick, to put your body as close to the horse as you can. That's counterintuitive. It doesn't make any sense, it would seem. You think your body wants to move away from the horse. That's our instinct. And the truth is that if you move into the kick, you're going to get hurt less than if you try to back away from it, because the horse has less leverage and less room to get power, in those muscles. It's going to hurt you no matter what, but it's going to hurt less if you can press into the kick. And so then I was thinking about suffering and grief and pain, and how often it is that we want to run away from it. It's intuitive to us to run, to not press into our grief, to our suffering. But if we press into grief, in the long run, good grief, in the long run it hurts us a lot less if we move into it. If we try to run away from it, we won't escape, and we'll just get really tired, and then we'll have less energy to deal with the grieving process or the suffering that it is. If we just grab hold of our suffering and own it, name it and claim it and work our way through it, in the long run it's going to hurt us a lot less. And isn't that what Paul says in the 5th chapter of Romans? What does he say? Suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not disappoint us, because it is the love of God poured into us through the Holy Spirit. That's one of my favorite parts of Paul's writing, that if we press into our suffering, it produces endurance for us. If we run away from suffering, we are going to have to deal with it eventually. It's going to catch up to us, and we'll be more tired, like I said. But if we press into that thing, whatever it is, and we endure through it, and we trust God through it, then in the end we're going to come through with a stronger faith and more character. And hope is something that we can share with one another. I know that there's a lot of suffering right now in our church family, just in our own people. But when I look around me in the world, and I carry that grief and that suffering with me sometimes. I'm constantly praying for you and lifting that suffering up to God, because if I tried to bear it on my own, it would be too much. No one can do that. But I feel your suffering, and I'm constantly asking God to give you relief from that. But I also pray that in the suffering, that you're growing, that you're becoming stronger. I can't take it away, but I can offer you that. And some of our suffering is loneliness and isolation right now in this time when we feel like so many things have been taken away from us. We feel we can't go on vacation. We can't even go safely out to eat with our friends like we used to. We can't be with our families. There are just so many things that feel unsafe in the world. And there's so much division and dissension in our world right now. Hello, it's election year, so man, we're gonna really, it wasn't bad enough already. Now we're really pulling out all of our ugliness, our bad words. And that makes me grieve too. The way we treat one another when we disagree. I long for better for us, but I have hope. So I want you to take that word, go look it up in Romans 5, read Paul's words for yourself, and embrace the suffering right now. It doesn't seem like it's the smart thing to do. It seems counterintuitive, but trust me, you'll come through it better and stronger, and you'll have something to give to others when you're done. Have a good night, friends.